anyone announcing yet?
What's that?
You have anyone announcing yet?
No.
I'm your guy.
Doing it with you?
I don't know. Donaldson might come up,
Alright.
but if not, I don't need it.
Okay.
I don't care either way.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you want anyone with you, just let me know.
We'll unplug it. Yeah. I just don't know because he might come up later because he's in the locker room with that team now, and he might want to do the play-by-play, which I'm fine with. He does, but you have to do it.
If you want me to add a second,
It sounds better without it, right? Because that volume is both mics. Got it. So if I'm sitting there.
yeah, let me know.
I have a shot.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Another good one on tap for this evening as Valor Screaming Eagles will be facing off against Chaparral. You tuned in to watch the varsity game. It was a nail-biter varsity. Valor ended up with a 1-goal victory, a goal in the final minute. Down 4-2 entering the third period. Came back up a goal. Chap tied it up, and Valor victorious in the final minute. Lots of excitement. We'll be kicking things off shortly. Let Jim Purchase on the mic. We'll see if we get a little hand on color commentary later. But if not, I'm all you get. Suit up 5D and 8 forwards tonight, so lines will not be even. So they'll be calling out who's on the ice. We got Fisher's line out there, flanked by Deep, and Bevan. Florian O'Donnell starting as Deep takes the puck, going to dump it down. It's picked off by Chaparral. He's either going to dump it all the way down the ice, and that will be icing in the quick whistle. Get a face-off off to the right. The Chaparral goalie. Offensive zone face-off here early on. Nice to see a win and a good shot. Fisher steps in with Deep right behind him. Face off back to Chaparral. They're going to wind it all the way around the ice. Set play. O'Donnell steps in to pick it off. Got Bevan with the puck. Waterbug in the corner. Back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's got a second. He's going to fire back to Bevan. Bevan at the hash. Gets checked. Maintains possession. Dumps it behind the net. Chaparral's going to try to swing it around the far side, but Foy's there to hem it in. He tries to kick it in, not hard enough. Chaparral's going to kick the puck up and out. They got the red line, over skates it. Chaps defense is going to pick it up, and then we got Foy. Foy's going to pass it over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's got Deep on the far side, crossing blue. He's going to fire one towards the net. Goalie kicks to the side. Shot defenseman gets a good check by Fisher. Puck was behind the net. Go back D to D up the corner, but Kane hits the ice and steps in to keep that in. They're going to try to dump it down, but Kane is there. Once again, keeping the puck. Now he's got possession. He's got it down low, throws it in front of the net, gets sticked away by the goalie. As we got Bremer and Purchase have hit the ice. Got Canapari joining them. Canapari steps up. Puck is tied up against the boards on the far side. We're going to get a pass. No, we're going to carry it in Canapari. Now he's got numbers with him on the far side at the hash mark. He tries to fire and it's knocked away by a Chaparral defenseman. They're going to chip it up and not out. As Purchase is going to not quite keep it in here. He's going to pass it back to Kane. Kane now over up to Canapari. Canapari's going to chip it to Bremer. He takes a check. Canapari's going to keep it in the far blue line and gives a 2-on-2 battle there. Valor not allowing that puck to leave the zone, and Chaparral will finally pass it out, and they're going to dump it down for another icing. And we'll see another line change here. We're going to face off to the left of the Chaparral goalie. 13-13 remains, first period. Obviously tied at 0 as Fisher, Bevan, Deep come back on. O'Donnell and Barone in the point. Fisher steps in. Tied up. The puck is loose. Bevan had to swipe at it, but Chaparral's able to knock it away. Going to try to throw it up, but not out. Deep's there to keep it in. They've got numbers down low as Fisher's going to battle. The puck is looped around the far side. O'Donnell's there. Slips. Keeps it in. Bevan battling against the near boards. Chaparral's looking to clear up. They do, but gets knocked away by Deep, who is back checking. And Bevan now going across the blue line. He's going to try to fend off his man. Does, but that slips to the defenseman. Fisher's there. Knock it away. It's good pressure by Valor. Keeping his puck in. O'Donnell's going to fire. Shot gets deflected by Bevan at the high slot. Goes towards the net. Goalie's there to make the stop. Covers it. And a whistle. So we'll get a face off to his left. And we'll see 3 new forwards. Purchase, Baird, and Canapari. Canapari hits the dot. Gets a back Purchase there to get it to Baron's going to keep it into Canapari, but that gets chipped away by a Chaparral player. Going to dump it down. And that will be on net. I apologize. We've got number 31, Ryan Havakos, between the pipes tonight to stop all shots towards him. Stops that first one. Good win by Canapari. Goes back to Foy, who's hit the ice with in. Im's going to try to circle around, not hard enough. Chaparral's going to get the puck purchased. I was going to feed it up to Canapari. Gets to Canapari. He's going to cross the red line with a man on him. Knocks the puck away. And that is up and out. So delayed offside, which after watching a couple of the games tonight, it's so nice to see that delayed offside. Canapari now at the blue line. He's going to chip it deep to himself. He gets it down to the corner. Chaparral, if they're going to try to ring it around. We've seen that happen 3 or 4 times now. And Canapari was going to go for a change, but sees that Chaparral stays on the ice. Foy's there to push his man in the corner, and we just dump it all the way down as we want a line change, and we'll take the whistle. Bremer hits the ice with Bevan and Joseph. Coffey and Baron playing deep. Bremer takes the draw, ties up his man, puck is loose, but Baron's there. He's going to bank it off the boards to Joseph. Out of his reach goes to Chaparral defense, then clear all the way around. Bevan will be the first one to it. Chips it by his man, not quite out, and finally gets it out. Bremer's there. Chaparral's going to end up with the puck. They're going to fire it around. One of their favorite plays. They're going to fire on the boards. Coffey's there to keep it in. Chips it to himself. Chaparral's going to get it and dump it down. Ryan, the last man back, sticking behind his net. Going to throw it around to Bevan. It's up off the glass. An interesting kick. Bremer was able to chip it out. Kane's out there with a good forecheck, putting some pressure, forcing a turnover. Chaparral's going to go far side. That gets picked off by Joseph. Dumps it down. Going to ring it around. Kane now has the puck. He's going to fire towards the net. Gets deflected. Off to the far side. Chaparral's going to get to it. Overskates it though. Joseph dumps it down deep to Bevan. Bevan's got a man to beat. It gets knocked off his stick. They're going to throw it around the near boards here. As we step up, good job by Coffey once again, keeping the puck in. Plays it to himself behind the net. He's going to circle to the corner. Throws one towards the net. Tough angle goal. He chips it aside. Chaparral tries to send it out, but Bevan's there to keep it. He's going to throw it down deep. Goes all the way around the other side. Baron's going to try to keep it in. Gets right just by him as Chaparral tries to dump it out, but Deep is there to knock it away. It's happening to go off him. We got a man still in the zone, and we touch it for an offside. 10:16 remaining in the first period. Fisher, Deep, and Purchase out there with Foy and O'Donnell. Because this goes back to Foy. Foy's going to give it over to O'Donnell. They got 2 men on them, but they were able to chip it for O'Donnell. Sorry, Canapari knocks it deep. Purchase on the forecheck here. He's going to end up with the puck, passes it back to Deep. Deep's going to backhand in front of the net. Not sure if that got to the net or not, but good opportunity there. Chaparral tries to dump it. They don't. Purchase some pressure behind the net. They're going to try to throw it to the far boards. O'Donnell's there. He keeps it. Goes back to him. He's going to make a move. Stick handling. Leaves it to Deep. Deep has a man to beat. Slips off of his stick as the puck is loose at the hash. Good pressure by Valor to keep Chaparral in, as all they're trying to do is dump it out every time. O'Donnell tries to get it up to Fisher. Puck gets knocked down. Icing's waved off. This is near the red line. O'Donnell now backhands it to Foy behind the net. Foy with 2 men on him. Chaparral applying some pressure. Gets it to Purchase. Purchase has got Deep. Hits Deep in the blue line. He's got some speed. And 1 man to beat. He's going to go across the blue line. He's going to get a shot on it. Oh, good play by the defenseman. Got a lot of stick on Deep stick. Deep is in the middle of shooting there to block away. Pass up to Canapari, who's hit the ice with Bremer. Im's out there now. He knocks aside. So Baird, Bremer, and Canapari out here. But in behind the net with a man in pursuit. Takes a check but maintains possession in the corner. Got 3 Valor players there, and Coffey steps up and skates out with it. Good job by Kane. He's going to go by his man. He's got 1 man to beat. Can't quite reach as the defenseman steps up. It's too bad he had Canapari on the far side, just outside of his reach. Chaparral's going to get the puck here. He's going to make a move and get a shot on net. Not sure if it got to Havacost or not, but goes behind the net. Backhand up and up in the high slot, goes outside of our reach. Chaparral gets it, but they escape to the corner. Gets knocked off their stick because we backhanded behind the net. Good job by Coffey to seal his man off. He's going to backhand it up. That gets in the Chaparral stick. They're going to pass to the D. Fire a shot on net. 2 men in front of the net, but Ryan's there to make the initial stop and cover it up for a whistle. Game starting to open up here as we got both teams with some good chances. 8:07 left in the first. Fisher deep, Bevan, Barone, O'Donnell. Fisher gets a puck over to O'Donnell. He's going to look behind the net, pass it over to Barone. Barone up the far side to Bevan. Bevan's going to pass it back to Barone. Barone gets it to O'Donnell outside his stick, but deep is there. He's going to pass it up to Fisher. Fisher, it's knocked off his stick. Bevan can't quite corral it. We got all 3 Valor forwards over there on the far boards. We do get it deep, but Chaparral has it with a little bit of time. I'm going to throw up the boards and chip up and out. Barone's there. He's going to fire it the far boards to Bevan. Bevan's going to try to chip it in, but Chaparral's there to knock it away. They're going to knock it in our zone with O'Donnell being the first man back with a little bit of time. He's going to look behind the net, stops, gets it over to Barone. Barone up to Bevan. Bevan's going to look over to Deep. Deep with some speed across the rail. Oh, gets it to Fisher. Fisher's got 1 man to beat. Can't quite get around as he tries to go right to left, and the defenseman gets a stick on to knock it away. Im now, right there with Foy. He gets it off of Foy. That gets chipped away, and the puck is loose for a second, but Valor's going to get it out of the zone. But Purchase up on the boards, challenging. Fisher's still out there, dumps it in. Im with some pressure as he's pinching here. Puck goes around the far boards. Chaparral's going to try to throw it up and out. It gets knocked away, but Chaparral's there to pick up the loose change. They're going to come in. The shot from the top of the circle. Ryan, great glove hand, smoothly grabs it and holds on to it for a whistle and a face-off to his right. 6:49 left in the first. It's like Bremer, Joseph, and Purchase out there. Im and Foy. Purchase has a puck. He throws it up, not quite. I guess the Chaparral defenseman going to dump it down deep and have it behind the net. Foy's there, knocks off his stick. Joseph gets it to Bremer. Bremer kicks it up and out of the zone. As Chaparral tries to dump it in, but Foy's there to knock it down. And Joseph he's going to dump it into the zone and wraps around the board. Purchase there to challenge. It gets knocked up and out, and good breakout by Chaparral as they chip it to the middle of the ice, but they can't handle it. Foy steps up, knocks it all the way down. Need a little bit of a forecheck here. We're in the midst of a change. Bevan hits the ice for Purchase. Kane on there now with Barone. Kane steps up and wraps it around. Bevan's going to be the first one to it. Takes it deep, waits for his line mates to hit this. Throws it in front, just outside the reach of a pinching Canapari. Chaparral's able to get their stick in the puck. They dump it all the way down for an icing. So we'll see Canapari, Deep, and Bevan as we've pretty much exhausted every single line possibility. First 11 minutes of this game. Canapari is going to take the draw here. Gets knocked in front of the net, but Chaparral's the first ones to it. O'Donnell's on the Bruins and keeps it down to Bevan. Bevan's got a little bit of time. He's got 2 men in front. He's going to pass it back to Foy. Foy over to Deep. Deep's going to fire a shot high and over and wraps around. O'Donnell's there, but that gets kicked out by a Chaparral player. Get back to Foy with a man on him. So he's going to buy some time behind the net. Stops, passes it around the far boards over the stick of Deep, but O'Donnell's there. He passes up to Bevan with some numbers here. Could be a 3-on-2. Bevan makes a move around the defenseman. Defenseman gets a stick on it. Bevan still with possession. He's going to circle the net. Spins. Got a man in front. Gets kicked away by the Chaparral defenseman. Canapari now battling the near corner. Chaparral's going to end up with it. They'll go behind there, and I think try back this near side again, but 2 Valor players. Canapari down to Bevan. He's going to give it back to Canapari. Canapari's going to shoot, but that gets knocked off his stick, and Chaparral now picks it up and skates out of the zone as they bank it off the boards. Happy to dump it. Foy's going to bank it off the backboards to O'Donnell. O'Donnell with some speed, looking up the ice, hits Canapari. He's got Purchase in the far, they can't quite control it. O'Donnell picks up though. He's going to skate it across the blue line. Good forecheck there with Chaparral getting a stick on it. Puck is loose in the corner. Purchase is there. He's got it. He's looking in front of the net. Still with possession. Gets tripped, but stays on his feet. Maintains possession. Spins. Battling down low. He's getting some help from Baird. Chaparral's going to skate up with it and out. As one of, looks like 4 of their varsity players that are designated by 3 stripes on their helmet and blue socks that they wore in the previous game. Kicks the puck up and out, but Kane has it. Makes a great pass to Fisher. Fisher tries to step around his man. He does, but without the puck. So they're able to knock it back down in with the last man back. And bank it up off the boards, not out. As Chaparral now is going to get possession down the corner. Good job with a body by him to knock his man off the puck. Kane down there with little help. Fisher's in there. 3-on-2 battle, and Kane ends up with it. Skates around the net, and the ref's going to call a penalty. He might call them both. It's a lot of action by the ref's finger there as he's pointing 2 kids and off the ice. So Julian's going off, and so is the Chaparral player. So we'll see 5-on-5. It'll be coincidental, I'm assuming. And it will be. So with 3:44 in the first penalties of the game. Inconsequential though, as it's 1 per team. So you've got Bremer, Joseph, Canapari out there as forwards. O'Donnell and Coffey. Chaparral throws it in the far corner. He's going to turn and fire a shot. Good hard rising shot, but Havikos was there. Puck gets thrown in front and just gets turned over. Chaparral didn't have the ability to handle it though as it gets wrapped around the Canapari. He sends it up the boards. Got Bremer on the chase. Got one man, and Chaparral defense is able to pick it up and skate behind the net. Bremer causes some havoc down there as he forces him to come around the other side. Now the puck is loose. O'Donnell steps up, goes by him, but Canapari's there to cover. He's going to dump it down deep. Chaparral's going to bank it off the backboards to the other. They're going to try and bank it up and out and do. And Ryan's there to pass it over to Coffey. Coffey far side to Canapari. He gets checked. The puck gets in, gets knocked back out and knocked back in. Big Bremer there with a little bit of force, going to wrap it around. So far, it's all we've seen from Chaparral's and wrapping the puck around as Bevan steps up, makes a couple good moves, gets the puck towards the net. Not a lot on it, but it does force the goalie to make a save as he's able to stop it. Covers it for an offensive zone whistle with 2:36. Fisher's full line out here with Deep and Bevan. Foy and Barone on the point. Good win. Got Deep back to Barone. He sends one towards the net, gets through, looks like deflected. Goalie got a pad on it and gets knocked out of the corner, but Fisher maintains possession, gets it down to Bevan. Bevan takes a check, but is able to handle the puck, and they just send it out. Foy gets a stick on it. The red line passes back to Barone. Barone gets it up to Deep. He's got Bevan across the blue line, tries to fire a shot, gets deflected. Bevan now at the hash, looking, makes a move, top of the circle, gets it over to Barone. Barone takes a shot. Goalie sees it, stops it, holds it. Valor changing all 5. Canapari, Baird, Purchase, Coffey, and O'Donnell. Puck is tied up. Chaparral tries to carry it out. Purchase has it for a second, gets to Baird, gets it over to Canapari, fires a hard shot. Goalie hits him in the chest. He's able to hold on to it, so no rebound. Another good shot by Valor there. Just do it all over again. Canapari gets it back to Purchase, who sends it back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell backs up. He's going to send it around the boards, down low to Canapari behind the net. Canapari now circling, looking in front, makes a move, gets it over to Coffey. Coffey back to Canapari. Canapari at the hash, fires a shot off his pad. O'Donnell's there, the rebound just misses. Good shot by Canapari and a good rebound. Good chance by O'Donnell there, just missed the post as the puck gets knocked out. O'Donnell's last man back with 2 on him as he's calmly circles. He's got Purchase up the far side. It's outside of his reach. Chaparral has they try to send it in. Got Bremer now to Canapari. Gets it up to Coffey. Coffey now is going to cross the blue line. He's got one man. He's going to try to shoot it. Just fans on it. leaves it for Canapari there. Chaparral's going to end up with a puck there and trying to backhand it out, but that gets turned over to Deep. Deep now is going to backhand to himself. He takes a stick and gets knocked down, but no call. And Chaparral will just backhand it to their forward up off the boards. They're going to try to dump it in here. Ryan's got a stick on. He's going to play it up off the glass. Chaparral's there to pick it up, and that gets dumped down to the man who's got possession. Good defense by Kane, as well as Fisher, helping out to make sure there's no scoring chance. Deep backhands over to Bevan. We got numbers here. Bevan gets it over to Foy, stepping up. Foy, the shot, good save by the goaltender. Has a good chance at a 3-on-1. Bevan gets it over to Foy. Foy gets a good wood on it there, but the goalie's there up for the task. Bevan knocks his man down the near boards. He ends up with possession. He still has it. He's going to try to go around his man. Gets knocked away, but Deep picks it up. Deep plays it through his man's legs. He's going to pass it back to Bevan, who's there. He's got Fisher down to Fisher in the corner. Fisher now over to Deep behind the net. Ryan's moving the puck well. Fisher now is going to get it down low to Bevan. Just gets chipped away and knocked to the far side. Foy's there. Step in. Get it back to Bevan. Bevan now behind that. He spins. Looking for an assist, but clock runs out. So some good pressure by Valor there. We just can't solve the Chaparral goalie, as we'll end the first, not at a 0. Be back in 1 minute. All right, we'll kick off the second period here shortly. With Valor going left to right on your screen, I believe. Should have one here, I could tell you. The Canapari will come out the center, Purchase and Bremer aiming Coffee. And gets a puck off the jaw across the red line with some speed across the blue line. Tries to stop. Puck gets knocked off of his stick, but Canapari there he's got Bremer in front. Fires a shot. Goalie turns to the side. As we end up dropping the stick here, that puck gets knocked up and out. And the race for it. It's Purchase back there covering. Coffee Purchase there. Oh, intercepts a pass. Got a good pass to Canapari up across the red line. He's got a man to beat, and he's going to shoot it. Oh, good hard shot. Nice and low. Goalie gets a toe on it. As Chaparral gets and dumps it down the length of the ice, which should be an icing and is. Good opportunity. Good look by Purchase up to Canapari crossing the red line. And he decides to fire one. Fortunately, the goalie's there. We knew this would be a close one because last season in the CPHL, these teams, of course, we're calling them something different, but I think skated to a 2-1 Valor loss. So that was a close one as well. But needs to solve this goalie here in the second. Fisher out there with Deep and Bevan. Deep now circling up, going to fire one towards the net. Good shot by Carson, but again, this goaltender sees it and stops it. Looks like we got another Chaparral player coming on the ice wearing varsity gear, so they're stacking the bench here, but who knows. Puck on the fireboards. Good job by Valor. Almost keep it in. No, not quite. This is the blue line, but O'Donnell's there continuing to battle in the blue line. Chaparral picks it up, gets their red line. They're going to try to dump. They do dump it in. End up winning the battle behind the net, and that puck is loose for a second. Bevan now is going to fire on the far side, And Chaparral's defense is going to get. They're going to send it back around. Shockingly. Barone's there to try to get up to Bevan. Not hard enough, but they overskated. Bevan gets up and over the defenseman's outstretched glove as that goes down the ice. Not hard enough for an icing. And Deep has got serious pressure as Chaparral's able to backhand it up the boards. Fisher makes his man pay for it. Puck is loose for a second. Fisher does have it. He's got 2 men on him. Just can't quite corral it there as Chaparral chips it out of O'Donnell's back. So circle back and handles it. It gets knocked back. Barone's going to pick it up and just fire it down the ice for an icing. Gives an opportunity to change all 5 as Purchase, Canapari, and Bremer come out. And Foy. Chaparral wins the puck back. They dump it down low. It gets picked up by Canapari. Now he's going to look to the middle. Gets it to Bremer. Bremer now across the railing. Gets to Purchase. Purchase into the blue line. He's going to try to backhand it over to Bremer. Does. He's still held backhand. Front of the net. Goes off the goalie's stick. Foy's there. Canapari now turns. Just fires it over the net. 2 good opportunities here. Bremer behind the net. Chaparral's going to pick up. Try to throw up the boards. They can't get it out as Im's there. He fires one that goes just outside. Foy's there to keep it in. It goes down low. Bremer now has it. He's going to spin. Pinch against the board, but keeps it in. And that just pops out to a Chaparral player, luckily, and they're going to be able to kick it up and down. Gets tripped up by Im. No call. Foy's there. Battle on the far boards. That comes out to Bremer's going to take a look to Canapari. It's outside his reach, and they're able to step in and keep that in as they go around the far side. Going to backhand it, but Im's there. He's going to backhand it up, and Canapari across the red line with 1 man to beat. Across the blue line, he's going to try to play it himself. Does. He's got the puck. Oh, good. Another good shot by Mateo, the goalie. He gets another leg on it. His right leg kicks out to make the save. But good play by Canapari. Puts the puck behind the defenseman. He's able to end up with possession in front and fires another good low hard shot that the goalie stops. Ref blows a whistle here, and Coffey's going towards the penalty box already. You can see the call. You see this replay of Canapari making a great move and being able to grab the puck and turn and fire it. And looks like Valor's going to go down a man with 11:41 in the second. You got Fisher and Deep, O'Donnell and Im here to start the kill. Fisher ties up his man on the puck. O'Donnell's got it. Circling, fires it up off the boards and gets by him. It's out. And Deep with a ballot, able to get a stick on the puck. Oh, gets another stick on it. Goalie's able to deflect it high and over the net. Good hustle by Deep. Gets it. Winds up winning the battle and another good shot on net. Goalie makes another good save. That puck gets dumped all the way down by Chaparral. So force an icing by the team on the power play. Good hustle by Carson Deep there, the one-man show on this shift. Had a couple good scoring chances. Got 1:36 left to kill this thing off as Canapari and Bevan hit the ice with O'Donnell and Foy. Bevan now with the puck. He's going to dump it down to the far corner. Chaparral gets it. They wrap around the far side. They're going to chip it out to their curling centerman. He's going to throw it over to the middle of the ice as he crosses the red line with it. They're going to dump it in. Havoc is there to poke it in the corner to O'Donnell. O'Donnell just smoothly grabs the puck and fires it down the ice. And again, so nice that we don't call an icing on the shorthanded after watching again a couple games today. Canapari's there to force a turnover. He's going to push it back down deep. Bevan's down, battling down low. He's going to end up with possession of it. Spinning in the corner. Looking up high. He's going to turn and fire a shot. Goalie makes kick save. Valor's looking a lot better on the penalty kill than Chaparral's looking on the power play here. 45 seconds remaining. Chaparral now will be patient behind the net as they try to set up a breakout here. They're going to leave it to their forward curl. He's going to come up the ice uncontested here, crossing the red line, crossing the blue line into the corner and turns it over. Ganapar is there and calmly dumps it down the ice. And we will get this long change. It's important to get adjustments when you can. We get new defenseman and a new winger out there. As they dump the puck down, Halikos is going to calmly cover that up and take the whistle with only 13 seconds left. It's been an incredible penalty kill. Bremer and Purchase are out there now with Im and Barone. Good try by Bremer to tie his man up. Puck is loose. Barone's going to bank it off the boards, but not out. It's a little harder to clear the zone there. Bremer and Barone in the corner. Back to the Chaparral defenseman. Purchase is there to knock it away. Puck is loose. Going to go to the far point. He's going to fire a shot on net. Ryan stops it, pops up, and he gloves it. There's a Chaparral player that's in front of the net, but he gets pushed aside by Valor defenseman. To see this shot here. Ryan in a great position. Knocks up, grabs it. Chaparral crashed the net as they should. Nothing extracurricular after the whistle, so. Face off here to Ryan's right. Good job by Bremer, but the Sam is able to step through and pick it up. Valor gets it, dumps it on the far side. Birds are going to backhand it up. Chaparral's defenseman's there to keep it in. Barone now. He's going to play it just up the board. Chaparral's there to get to it first, but Coffey's there. He's going to try to chip it up. That gets knocked down. Chaparral, a little bit of pressure here behind the net. As you get a pinch in the corner. Coffey's able to skate up and out with it. He's going to look to the middle. He's going to decide to go off the glass. Again, gets gloved down by the Chaparral defenseman, so we cannot get it out as Ryan's going to take a weak shot towards him that he handles easily and decides to cover it up. And we'll change personnel once again. 8:57 left in the second period. Still not at its zeros. Full Fisher line comes out. O'Donnell and Foy. Fisher ties up his man, but Chaparral picks it up. Winger steps in to grab that puck. Able to get a shot on Ryan, but he's there to make the save, and we'll cover it up and we'll do it all over again. Puck gets out to Deep. Deep's going to skate out of the zone. He's going to take a look to Bevan. Goes off of Bevan's stick, but into the Chaparral zone. Puck goes to the point. O'Donnell's there to keep it in, but Chaparral's going to get there and try to throw it in the middle of the ice. He can't do it as Bevan picks it up. Puck is now loose. Deep steps up. Foy pokes it forwards, but that gets deflected out of the zone as he's going to go backhand over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell now at the blue line. He's going to go far side to Deep. Deep now crossing the blue line. He's got men with him. Going to fire a shot. Saved by the goalie. Fisher's there with a backhand. Tries to throw it in front of the net. Gets knocked away again. Bevan now decides to go back to the point to Foy. Foy's going to rip one. That gets deflected. And Chaparral players loose with the puck. A good job by O'Donnell. He's able to come back and get a stick before that puck reaches the net. As we take a shot from a point that's contested, that gets blocked. And luckily O'Donnell's quick enough to get back to intercept that breakaway. Puck all the way down the Chaparral zone, and Fisher forces a turnover. Deep now has it at the die. He's going to fire one from a tough angle behind the net. And Chaparral gets to it, but Im is there to seal that off on the boards. He takes a hit. The puck now Fisher stick behind the net. Throws it in front. Purchase is there. He's going to turn backhand it over to Coffey. Coffey's going to get a good hard shot. Another good save by the goal as we can't seem to get someone there for the rebound. Puck down near boards. Fisher now has it again in the corner. He's looking in front. Throws it over to Bremer. Goes back to Coffey. Another shot, but that gets blocked. As we end up with Coffey again with it. It goes back to Bremer. Bremer's going to fire a shot. Gets deflected by Purchase. Up and over the net. Now Fisher gets it back to Bremer. A lot of action here down low. As Coffey tries to dump it down. Chaparral's going to intercept that. And they're going to skate it out of the zone. Decide to dump it in. And they'll end up with a puck in the corner. Coffey's on him. I'm going to try to stick handle it out. Im is there, and Canapari's there to intercept it. He's got Bremer, gets Bremer across the blue line. Bremer's going to take a shot on that just wide. He had two Valor players skating towards the net there. Chaparral gets it, and they need a whistle. Numerous chances there by Valor as they're starting to turn up the pressure here on Chaparral. Be nice to solve this goalie, as shots are definitely one-sided with 6:38 in the second, but yet to solve them. Canapari now, Fairmont Purchase out there. Tied up in the dot. Chaparral's going to get it, spins around and fires it. O'Donnell's there. They're reading this play because that's all they do. They try to go near side. And they're going to backhand it up the boards and gets chipped away. Not to anyone specific, but does leave the zone as O'Donnell's there to keep the puck out. Chaparral's going to throw it in the delayed offside, which means Barone's going to be able to come back with not a lot of pressure. He's going to pass it up to Canapar. He's going to go far side to Bremer. Bremer gets chipped away, but O'Donnell's there. Gets it back up to Bremer. Bremer now is going to backhand it in. And need a line change. This line's been out there for a while, and all three of them go. Have to hustle to get back out here as Chaparral's going to pass it over, and Bevan's there to step in. He's got the puck. Spins around his man. He's going to get a shot from the circle. No, leaves it for Deep. Deep's now going to fire a shot. Looks like it was off his toe. Was that missed wide by about a yard? It's knocked out. Barone just chips it up calmly up the far boards. O'Donnell steps up to pick that up. He's got a stick on him. The rest are going to call that as a definite hook. O'Donnell now in the high slide is going to turn. Fires a shot. Gets deflected by the Chaparral defenseman. They're going to touch it, and the whistle blows as Valor will get their first power play with 5:27 left in the second. Canapari steps on. So we'll see the power play unit. Power play one come on the ice. That's Fisher, Bevan, Canapari, O'Donnell, and Deep on the point. Face off to the left of the Chaparral goalie. Puck is tied up, but Canapari has it, backhands it over to O'Donnell. Goes over to Deep. Deep back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell to Deep. Deep now to the circle for Canapari. He circles. Chaparral with a passive box here. Should get some opportunity to make a quick pass and get a good shot. And Canapari now down low to Bevan. Give and go. Fisher. Not quite a give and go, but a good look. Canapari, the great pass down low to Bevan. Bevan gets it on Fisher's tape, and Fisher. Oh no, it's Fisher. Sorry, Fisher to Bevan down low. So it was a give and go. Good pass by Bevan. Fisher gets a shot nice and high over the goalie's shoulder, and just like 4 times yesterday, scores a goal. Did not take long. Nice to get one on the board. So with 5:02 left in the second, Valor obtains a 1-goal lead. Bremer, Purchase, Baird out there as the forwards. Forward name is Baird now. Going to skate towards the far side. He takes a check, but means possession. He backs it in front of the net. In can't quite get there as it goes back to 4. He's got 2 men on him. He's going to turn and fire it up to just outside the reach of Baird. That goes all the way down, and ref waves it off. It's close enough to be touched if it wasn't touched. Going to reverse it around the far side here, but Foy's going to be there to seal it in. Puck now against the boards. Are going to fire it all the way down. That should be an icing. Goes on in the air. It is. Really nice play on that power play, as that's a play that you see attempted. You know, it's a set play by this team on the power play and executed perfectly. You have Fisher and Canapari now at the ice with Joseph. Barone Coffee on the point. Puck back to Canapari. He's going to spin, dump it back down. He's going to go around far corner here as Chaparral's going to get it with a lot of pressure. He's going to try to throw it up. Barone's there to knock it back in, but it was outside of the zone. So probably heard the yelling that it was off. It doesn't matter. It gets knocked out. Coffey's got it. He's going to throw it up the ice, but that gets deflected and out of play. So face-off should be outside the blue line. I don't know, must have not have been off a Chaparral player, so that face-off will be to the left of Ryan Havocost. of thinking about dropping the puck. A conversation about it. It goes back to Chaparral. Just gets tied up in the far boards here. As Coffey's there with possession, skating behind the net, head up looking. He's going to fire it down around the far boards. Joseph is there. He goes off of his stick and goes back to the Chaparral defense. They go deep. He's going to fire a shot on net. Deflection and a rebound. And oh, what a save by Ryan, diving across the net. As Chaparral is able to get that puck that unfortunately bounces over a stick. They go D to D. It's a good hard shot on net. You'll see it here. Ryan with the initial stop. Puck is loose. Chaparral with 2 men in front of the net. They get a good hard shot that Ryan's there to dive across the crease and knock that thing out of play. So we have Bremer, Deep, and Bevan out there with O'Donnell and Foy. Bremer gets it back to the corner. Foy throws his man down. Ends up with the puck. Gets up to Deep. Deep now will backhand up and not quite out as the Chaparral defenseman there to keep it in. O'Donnell's going to be the first one in the near corner here. He takes a check but maintains possession. Chips it off the boards to the far corner to Deep. Deep will skate it back. He's going to go to O'Donnell. Good pass off the board, so it's on his tape. Gets to Bevan. Bevan to the middle to Bremer. Good breakout. He quite can't handle it. Chaparral's going to dump it back down deep. It's a good looking breakout there, but just couldn't connect on that last pass. O'Donnell up to Bevan. Bevan's going to throw it in the middle of the ice. It goes back to the Chaparral defenseman with 2 men on him. He's able to chip it by us. A nice turnover there as we had some numbers on the odd man rush, but regardless, Bevan now behind the net. He's going to bank it off the boards down to Deep in the far corner. Deep's got some time. He's going to skate up. He's going to take a look. He's got Bevan on the far side, and he was alone and went off of his skates. Just couldn't quite maintain. Oh, a good backhand pass over to Bremer. Or can't quite get the handle on it. Eyes in the back of Bevan's head there. As it goes back to him, he's going to throw it back to the point to Deep. Deep off of his skate. He's going to kick up to himself. To the hash. He tries to throw it in front, but that gets picked off. And Chaparral will throw it down. We'll see an icing here with just about 2.5 minutes remaining in the second period. 1-0 Valor. Fisher, Baird, Purchase, him and Coffey back on the point. Chap gets the draw. They're going to try to backhand it around. Baird's there. He's going to try to backhand it. Pass it back to the point. Doesn't quite get enough of it. Chaparral's able to pick it off and dump it out. Puck now down in our zone. Fisher calmly to Coffey. Coffey with a man all over him, but gets up to Purchase. Purchase will try to chip it back to him. Ends up with possession. He's going to fire it over to Baird. Baird's got Fisher on the far side. He's going to take a look. It's a mile behind him, unfortunately. And Fisher's able to get the turnover. He's going to dump it behind the net. Chaparral's going to swing it around the near boards here. Im is there. It's a skate on, but that gets through him. As Chaparral now across the red line. Im catches his man, throws him into the boards. And puck will be loose in the corner. Coffey up to Purchase. Purchase with some space. Gets around his man. Across the blue line here. He's going to fire a shot. Low shot, and puck's loose in front of the net. Can't quite get it as Baird was attacking the net there. Got pushed aside by the defenseman, but a good hard shot. And then Im gets his stick knocked away. Throws his hands in the air to the ref, but the ref had already seen it and calls a penalty on Chaparral. So with 1:32 remaining in the second period, Valor's going to go back on the power play. Well, they're not. I apologize. It wasn't someone pulled the stick out of Julian's hand. Julian was holding another player, so Julian hits the box. So instead of a power play, we'll be shorthanded to finish this period. Well, at least hopefully finish this period. Bremer and Canapari with Barone and Foy. That puck goes back to the Chaparral defense. When they go D to D, they'll back to the corner. Foy's there. Going to fire on the far side. Barone's there with a split second. He's going to turn and fire it. That gets picked up by the Chaparral defenseman as they throw it towards the net. Puck is loose, but Ryan's able to cover it. As we can't get the puck out there. It's tough because you'd normally try to fire that off the glass, but with the bench on that side, you don't have a ton of that room, but don't want to send it back to the defensemen. That's basically just a pass, but we'll get all 4 new players out here. So Deep, Bevan, O'Donnell, and Coffey. As that puck goes back to the Chaparral defenseman, they fire one. It looked like that puck had eyes. That beat Ryan over his shoulder. I don't know if he was screened or not, but it was quick play. Here it is. It goes back to the defenseman. He just throws one on net. And that ends up in the top corner, so it doesn't take that long to score in their power play either. And they tie it up with 1:11 left in this second period. And Fisher's line comes out with Coffey and O'Donnell. Just shows you the importance of winning faceoffs. Bevan's going to get possession of the puck. He skates over here as he crosses the blue line. Chaparral now goes the other way. O'Donnell's back. Forces his man outside. Gets the shoulder on him. Chaparral maintains possession. They go far side. That gets picked up by Deep. Deep does go around his man. That gets knocked down and knocked back in. O'Donnell's back there. He's going to try to go behind the net with a man on him. He gets pinched against the boards. Now it's loose. Go to Bevan now with it with a little bit of time. He's going to skate up. That tries to throw it up to Coffey. Coffey didn't see it. That goes to the Chaparral defenseman. They throw it towards the net. Plays a little sloppy here. Bevan now is going to bank it around. Outside the reach of Coffey. No, he does get it. Across the blue line. He tries to chip it up to Fisher. Fisher just dumps it down with 18 seconds left. Coffey with possession. Going to throw it to the far side of the ice. Fisher's going to fire a shot. Goalie gets the save. Rebound. Kane had a fired shot, but the defenseman was there to block it. With 6 seconds left, he's going to fire another shot. It goes behind the net. Apple's going to dump it around. That should be the end of the second period. Couple of goals, one for each team in the second period here. We're going to finish this period tied at 1. Back in a moment. All right, here we go. Ref has blown his whistle once. Got 15 minutes on the clock. This third period. Just checking with the goal. There's only one on the net. Scholars are going to step out. The Fisher's line will start. Foy and O'Donnell. No, it changes deep. Coffey and Barone will come out. Fisher steps out. That goes back to Chaparral's D. They're going to get the red line, dump it in. Havocos will stop it behind the net. He's going to chip it to the corner to Deep. Deep will circle it back down to Coffey. He's going to skate up the middle of the ice here with some time and some room. He's going to hit Bevan on the far side. Bevan cuts inside and gets tripped. Going to get a power play here as Coffee tries to go through the entire team, almost does. Last defenseman gets a stick on it to stop the rush, but the whistle will blow with a delayed penalty. As Bevan draws one here in 14:37. Third period, we'll man advantage. So O'Donnell comes on deep, will slide back to the blue line. Canapari steps in. Fisher in the draw. Gets it to Canapari. Canapari's going to possess it. Gets it back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's going to get over to Deep. Deep now will look down low to Fisher. Fisher. Another give and go here to Bevan. Bevan's going to circle back. Get it back to Deep on the point. Deep's going to fire one. Good low hard shot that got through. Tried to get deflection. Just couldn't quite get it. Fisher now is going to fire a shot from the hash. Goalie makes a save. Bevan's going to end up with possession. He spins around his man. He will find Fisher back on the near hash. Fisher with some time. He's got Bevan down low. Try to give and go again. Back to Fisher behind the net. Bevan now is going to look back to Deep. Deep at the top of the circle. He's going to spin back, buy some time. Spin again. Gets Bevan near hash. He's going to look down low to Fisher. Fisher's going to step in, fire from a tough angle. Goalie makes a save. The puck is loose there. Fisher's going to end up with possession. He's going to get back to Deep. Deep now at the top of the zone. 1T to Fisher. Fisher on the hash. Ends up with the rebounds. That gets deflected. Back to Fisher. Fisher back to Bevan down low. Try to backhand it in. Goalie's there for a save. As Chaparral's going to get it out of the zone. Deep is there with a glove to keep it in. O'Donnell now will leave it for, gets knocked away from him and then down the ice. Chaparral's going to be able to change all of their penalty killers here, and we'll get some fresh legs on for Valor. O'Donnell now. So make a move. He's got Bird out there. Gets it up to Bremer. Bremer now will be checked in the near boards. Bird is there, but Chaparral gets, they spin the purchase now with some time at the top of the circle. He's going to get it down low. It looks like a give and go in front. Bremer decides to skate it back to Kane. It's on his backhand. He's able to handle it. Gets it over to Foy. Foy now top of the zone over to Purchase. Purchase one times it misses by country mile. Some good wood on it, but just from near post here. As that gets kept in, Purchase now ends up with possession. Gets around his man. He's got Kane. Gets Kane. Kane now top of the circle. Fires a wrister. Goalie gets a blocker on it. Good shot. Goes back to Purchase off of his stick as he takes down his man. As there's going to be a breakaway. Foy was there to cover, but Purchase tries to throw a check. Ends up tackling him, and the ref's going to call him and send him off. And looks like they're going to have to throw someone else in there, as he's going to get a misconduct as well because of an overly sized mouth, is my guess. With 12:23 left, we're going to go down a man. And Purchase will set for another 10 minutes on top of that, so it looks like his night's probably done. All right, so Bevan and Deep will come out here as the forwards to kill the first part of this penalty. As we've got him and O'Donnell. Gets tied up off the jaw. O'Donnell now will go behind the net with it. Try to throw it up and does get it out. Good job by O'Donnell to knock it all the way down to at least the red line here. Chappell's going to get the red line, dump it in. Havikos grabs it and thinks about playing it, but decides just to hold on to it. 17 seconds have ticked off the power play. All right, Fisher, Canapari, come on. Chop wins the draw. Back to their D. They're going to shoot one in a traffic jam in front that gets knocked down. Chaparral gets the puck, throws it towards the net. Havikos turns it aside. Im gets it and dumps it down the ice. Canapari with some light pressure. Chaparral goes behind it. They're going to fire it around. And Fisher steps up, is able to keep it in the zone. And he's going to pinch it against the zone here. Canapari. Sorry, Fisher ends up with the puck, goes towards the net. Tries to get in the far corner, just misses it. Chaparral will end up with possession in the far corner. They're going to try to backhand it, but that's to nobody. Fisher's there to... Another good stick by Fisher to keep the puck in. Canapari's going to get it to him in front of the net. Oh, Defenseman with the last swing just knocks off his puck. Fisher now backhanded behind the net. Chaparral's going to try to pass up. It's outside the reach of one of their players. That goes all the way down the ice for an icing. With 47 seconds remaining in the Valor penalty, as we'll get an offensive zone faceoff deep, and Bevan will come out with Foy and Coffee. Bevan's going to take this draw. Wins it back to Coffee. Coffee's going to throw it around the boards. Deep is there to pinch it. That gets thrown up and chipped out, but Coffee's there to end up with the puck off of the glass and dumps it all the way back down. 30 seconds left. Chaparral's going to backhand it up the far boards. And reverse it back into the corner. Defenseman skates behind the net. He's going to look up the near boards here. And that gets up and out. Chaparral's going to chip it down. Foy's going to be the first one with one man on him. Decide to hold it in the corner here. Kane's going to gets knocked off his stick to the defenseman. He fires a shot that goes high and wide. He goes all the way out. It's basically a breakout here, and it's like Bevan's going to get it. He's got deep on the left side. He decides to spin, hold on to it. Is it down to deep? Deep kicks it, tries to get it back to Bevan in front. Bevan gets a piece of it, but gets knocked away as Chaparral's going to end up with the puck, and they're going to chip it up and all the way down. If it goes the length of the ice, it should be icing. It does. And that penalty is now over. We got 10:08 left in the third period. Still tied at 1. All right, Canapari is going to step into the dot here. He's got Bremer and Baird with him. To O'Donnell, who's out there with partner Barone. Goes back to Barone. Barone at the top of the zone, throws it towards the net. A little high, knocked down with a high stick, but that gets waved off as Chaparral's there. Canapari plays it to Bremer when there's in a circle back. Tries to go down low. Battle down below. Baird now behind the net. He's going to spin. He takes a check. Puck is loose for a second there. Got Bremer and Baird in the corner, and ref signals look like contact to the head. Excuse me, there's Canapari down there, and it looks like he might be going off. He does, and a replay on that penalty, unfortunately, but it looked like he initially called it. Looked like he initially motioned to head contact, so something happened down in the corner. Fisher steps on it. We're going to be down another man here. 9:33 left. Fisher wins that draw back, but Chaparral ends up with possession and banked off the boards to their D. He's going to fire one towards the net. That's wide. It's back to their other D. Steps up. He's going to fire another one towards net. That gets deflected. Goes through Ryan's legs and in. Tough one there. Man's loose in front of the net. That puck gets thrown towards net by the defenseman, and the forward gets a stick on it here. As you'll see this in the replay. Able to adjust the Ryan's legs, open up for a second. That puck's again just finds the right spot, and that gets by him for a 2-1 Chaparral lead. So again, quick on the power play for their second goal. As Fisher's line comes out to try to counter with O'Donnell and Coffee backing him up. Fisher wins that draw, kicks it back to Coffee, over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Coffee. Coffee now will fire up the boards to deep. Deep with some time. He's going to pass it up. No, he's going to dump it down instead. Banks off the boards. Bevan's down there. Chaparral will spin. It goes off the ref's foot. Now, good play by Gabe as he spins, gets the puck, fires a shot. Tough angle, but the goalie's there for a save. Ends up with possession. He's going to spin around his man. Gets it back to Bevan. Bevan give and go to Gabe. He was the shot just wide. Bevan now is going to wrap it. Goalie's there to make that stop. Bevan now go back to Coffee. Coffee skates towards the middle of the net. He throws it towards net. That gets deflected. Reaches the corner, but O'Donnell's there. 2 men on him to maintain possession. That gets over to Fisher. Fisher gets tripped. No calls. He gets it over to Bevan, who fired a shot that gets deflected up and out. So we get a face-off to the right of the Chaparral goalie with Canapari, Bremer, and Joseph will hit the ice. Good win by Canapari, goes back to Coffey, throws it towards the net, it gets deflected. Bremer battling behind the net. Continuing to battle. Puck now loose in the corner. Bremer still there. Tries to force it down. Chaparral defenseman there. Try to force up the boards. Does. And now Chaparral will chip it up and out. Coffey takes a swipe at it. Chaparral now ground him inside. It's a backhand, but that's wide. So O'Donnell now is going to skate it up and gets it out. Bremer's there with a stick lift. He's got 2-on-1 here with Canapari. Gets over Canapari's loose backhand shot. It's like he misplayed that as that went way wide and got deflected. But Canapari again gets the puck down and fires a good, hard, rising shot. Goalie's able to get a shoulder on it. That puck comes to the near boards to Kane. Kane's going to try to fire, gets deflected, goes all the way down. Forces Havikos to make a save. Kane's there to backhand it to Foy, who circles around the net to pick it up. He's got a second here. He's going to backhand it back to Kane. Kane with a man on him behind the net. He's going to throw it in front. Chaparral can't quite get the handle on it here. He's going to throw it back to the defenseman. That gets deflected by Fisher into the corner. Coffey now will turn. Try to get it up. He can't quite get that out. She was contested at the blue line. Canapari's going to get it and decide to throw it down the ice. Almost got stopped by all the snow here in front. The bench actually was not called an icing that had slowed enough. Four in the blue line, keeps it in. Got Bevan to Fisher. Fisher, oh, good rising shot from a tough angle. Had the top corner there, but it hit the post. Bevan circles. It's a circle, fires over the far side, who's got Im. Im takes a swipe at it, misses, but gets a skate on it to keep it in. Battling here at the far hash. Bevan in there. Chaparral's going to get it. Fisher gets thrown in front of the net. Chaparral's going to pick it up, dump it all the way down the ice, and that's going to roll down across the goal line for an icing. 6:31. Valor down by a goal. All right, Fisher deep and Bevan. O'Donnell, Barone. Up draw. Duke gets it down to Fisher. Fisher down low. Got a man on him. He'll fend him off. Gets it down to Bevan. Bevan makes a move, but he's got two men on him. Chaparral's going to send it all the way up and around the other side. Able to reach it. They're going to dump it down. Again, should be icing, and it is. Even though Chaparral seemed to have a step on us, that puck does cross the goal line here, and they threw it down prior to the red line, of course. So another offensive zone face-off to the left of the Chaparral goalie. Bremer, Canapari, and Baird out there. O'Donnell, Barone stay out in the blue line. Chaparral wins that draw, goes behind there, nothing. A chip up to the near boards here. Does not get handled as O'Donnell steps up to keep it in. Canapari's going to fire a shot at the top of the circle, just outside the reach of the goalie, but also wide. That puck goes all the way around, but Barone's there to chip it back down. Chaparral will try again the near side. O'Donnell's there again, but they got some reinforcements to pick that up and knock it out. Good job by Bremer, though, to keep that puck at least close to the line. O'Donnell steps in. A battle against his near boards here. Barone, last man, is able to throw it up, but Chaparral's there. They're going to cross the blue line with it. Barone keeps his man on the outside. He's going to spin. He's going to throw it towards the net. Ryan has to make a good save. There's a man there, but that puck gets kicked out of danger. Even though it sits in the slot, we're able to pick it up and throw it down the ice. So Valor will ice the puck. Got some fresh legs on the ice with 5:16 left and needing a goal to tie this up. Fisher's line will hit the ice. Im and Foy. Foy ends up with the possession behind it, tries to give it to Deep. It's underneath his stick. Chaparral defense, they're going to fire it around. Bevan now will chip it back into his zone. Pick up, he'll bank it off the boards to Foy. Foy with a man on him. He's going to chip it up to Deep. Deep will get it back to Foy. Foy's got Fisher. Hits him across the red line. Fisher's got a man to beat. Calmly slows down, fires a shot just off the outside of the net. So he had a little bit of twine, but just missed it. Good pass in front by Bevan to Fisher. Couldn't quite get the handle on it here. So they're going to try to throw it around the boards. They do. Im is there to step in. Gets it back to Bevan. Bevan now with possession. Looking. Good pass to Deep at the dot. Deep with a good hard shot, but this Chaparral goalie stopped almost everything that's been sent his way, which has been a lot. Deep now spinning behind the net. It's got a man on him. Bevan there to support. He throws it in front to Fisher. Fisher with a puck, throws it towards the net, gets by the goalie. Great play from Deep to Bevan. Bevan gets it on Fisher's tape in front of the net. Fisher scoring the last 6 goals straight. Look at this pass to Fisher. Fisher gets it, throws it, looks like it goes underneath the glove, trickles in to tie this game up with 4:19. What a play down low by Valor. Bevan with a great pass to Fisher, who was open in front of the net and does not make a mistake as he buries that one. Bremer, Canapari, and Joseph out there. Chaparral's going to win the draw, but they're going to throw it back down to Barone, who steps up, throws it down, but Chaparral's going to throw it back towards the Valor end. It looks like it gets deflected out. It's more of a face-off. It's like outside the zone here. Bremer on the draw. Ref asking for a little bit more space. Puck is knocked back to Barone. Barone's going to pass it up to. Doesn't matter who he passes it to. It looks like ref has his arm in the air, and we're going to get a trip off the draw with 4:06. Valor's going back on the PK. A tough call there. Get some of those calls where trips are trips as you haul a man down. Some are someone trips over your stick, and some refs call them all the same. Some don't. This one does. Valor with a draw, gets back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell dumps it down. So Chaparral's power play at times looks anemic. Other times they've scored a couple of goals. That one tried to make a stretch pass here. They can't quite catch it, and that goes down the length of the ice for an icing. So Valor will get an offensive zone face-off here. At 17 seconds have ticked off that penalty. At 3:49 remaining in the game. And I couldn't tell you what happens in a tie if we go to overtime or a shootout. It won't be a shootout, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll get another goal here and we won't have to find out. Im steps up. Chaparral tries to play it, but Fisher's there. Deflects it up and out of the zone. Is it like a 50-50 battle? So that puck should stay inside the Chaparral zone for another face-off. So Deep and Bevan coming on for the forwards. Bevan's going to take this draw. It's back to Chaparral. Bring up the near boards, going to chip it again all the way down. That's going to be icing. Another icing is 35 seconds, even though it feels like a lot longer. 35 seconds off this Chaparral power play. Bevan's ready. It's going to go off to the side. Chaparral gets it. They overskate it. Bevan's there to keep it in. He's going to be the first one behind the net. He spins. He gets possession. Backhand it back to himself. He takes a check as Chaparral then picks up the puck. They're going to skate it out of the zone down at the near boards here. Going to chip it down as Im will interfere with his man. Havikos has it. He's going to throw it up the glass. It goes outside the reach of Deep. Chaparral defenseman is going to fire a shot. A couple of sticks in the way, but Havikos is able to see it and grab it and hold on to it. So Penalty's half over, 3:07 left in the game. As Fisher and Canapari will come out with Foy and Coffee. It's an important draw here. Chaparral gets it, top of the, oh, good hard shot. But Havakos gets his shoulder on that, pops up over top of him, but over top of the bar as it comes back out to Chaparral. Now in front of the net, they got the puck, another good shot. It's like Havakos knocked that one away as Chaparral obtained possession right in front of the net, was able to turn and fire a good shot, but Ryan has been excellent when we needed him there. Puck gets cleared down the length of the ice. Chaparral's going to go behind that with 30 seconds remaining in their power play. Up the near boards. And they're going to send it up, but outside the reach of their winger here is Foy's got. He's going to turn. That gets going towards the Chaparral player. They're trying to dump it in, but Foy's going to kick it to himself over to Coffee. Coffee's going to calmly up off the glass all the way down. 10 seconds left. Chaparral now behind the net. They're going to leave it to Foy's going to clip a good stick by Fisher. Chaparral's going to maintain possession as they're going to enter the zone. Throw it in front of the net. Fisher's there to knock it aside. Chaparral's going to throw it towards the defense as the penalty's now over. Kane will get behind the net, take a second. He's going to look up the near boards. O'Donnell now with it on his stick. He's going to get up to Bremer outside of his reach. As Chaparral gets it, they're going to dump it back down in. And they're able to clear the zone. So offside is waved off. So that puck goes around the corner. Canapari. So he takes one to chops, but no call. Puck now in front. Bremer's there to get it out of harm's way, but Chaparral's able to keep it in for a second. Coffee now will play it to himself. Puck is bouncing around on the near boards here, and that gets thrown in, but a delayed offside. So Donald's going to go back with 1:25 left on the clock and some time. He's going to send it up to Canapari. Canapari will spin and dump that down. As Deep will maintain a little pressure. That goes just over his stick to a Chaparral player on the near boards. They're going to throw it towards the net. Havakos calmly to the corner. Baird's there to backhand it over to In. In will backhand it behind the net to nobody. Finally get it. And a couple guys looking at each other. Deep now with a man on him. Will take it back in his corner. He's going to pass it back up the boards to In. In off the board back to the Chaparral defenseman. They're going to fire a shot on net. Gets deflected, but misses the inside of the post. As we've got to get this puck out of the zone when we have those opportunities. Chaparral backhand it down low. Im's going to get it. He just decides to fire it down there. Will take the icing. Unless it hits the net. Just missed, and that will be an icing. At 32 seconds, the Chaparral turning up the pressure there with a couple of shots toward the net, but we're going to get a timeout here. One of the coaches called it, regardless of who. Get some instruction on how to handle the last 31.8 seconds, basically 32 seconds left in this game. Game continues to stay tied at 2. Pretty good back and forth action here to finish this game off, as both goaltenders have been playing extremely well. Coach here drawing up a play. Soon we'll see some kind of, hopefully, win off the draw and winger busting out of the zone, try to get a stretch pass off one of these boards here. Get a good chance on net. Whistles blown. Last few instructions here from Valor coaches. They like to take as much time as they possibly can. Do. We'll have the cost slowly back to his net. And Fisher's line out there with O'Donnell and Coffee. Chaparral wins the draw. They're going to throw it towards the net. O'Donnell's there, tries to skate out. That gets taken off of his stick, and Coffee will throw it towards the boards. Bevan now will chip it up. That goes to the Chaparral defense. They're going to throw it Near the far side, deep is there. He's going to backhand it up and almost to Fisher, who was all alone. That would have got past that defenseman deep now with a good move. He's going to cross the red line with some speed. 6 seconds left. He's going to try to play it through the Chaparral defenseman's legs. Chaparral defenseman able to stop it here, and this is going to end, at least at the moment here, 2-2. And it looks like the benches are going to empty, and this game will end with a 2-2 tie. Good job by Valor to come back as they were down 2-1. Gabe Fisher getting his second goal of the game and 6th goal in the last 2 games, equaling all of Valor's goals. And this one's a wrap. Thank you for listening. We will see you next week.
Thank you for doing that.
I'm sure he'll want to ride with me.
Yeah.